Welcome back to HPL. We just saw ErA win a match over Green Sheep 3-2. You know what? We're going to hear it straight from ErA, what he thought about the match. We have him here on the line for an interview. ErA, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hey, man, congratulations. Got a little dicey there at the end. You got up 2-0. Green Sheep won 2 in a row, but you got that third win. The first question I want to ask you, though, that Tempo Mage deck from both of you looked really, really good in this match. What made you bring that one?
Well, I didn't prepare so much for this match, but so I just took some decks that have done really well on the ladder, and I have a really, really good win rate with this deck in the ladder. So I just thought it'd be good. Like, granted, I didn't know much about him. I thought it'd be a good opening deck to just because it kind of does okay against pretty much everything. So yeah, I don't know. It wasn't a specific plan with bringing that deck. It was just kind of feel him out, see what he plays, and just yeah.
So it sounds like you were kind of picking it just because it's such a powerful strategy at this moment. You won the first 2 games with it, but then you changed up your strategy. With that deck performing so well, why exactly did you change gears?
I feel like he was going to come to expect it. I was really, really fearing Kazan Mystic, I guess, a bit. And I also felt like he might play Patron Warrior. I don't know. I really didn't know what to expect, but I'm afraid to just stick with the same strategy for too many games in a row, which maybe was to a fault because I feel like the deck does kind of okay against Zoo. So maybe I should have stuck to it, but it's hard to predict what your opponent's going to do. Had I known he was going to go Zoo there, I would have stuck with the mage deck, but yeah, it's hard to know.
And then the Paladin deck in games 4 and 5. In game 4, you had a copy of Big Game Hunter in there, and I don't know if it was in there for game 5 because we didn't actually see it. But talk to us about games 4 and 5 and the differences that end up happening. Because in game 5, it looked like you got very quick control over it, but in game 4, you kind of got run over.
Yeah, game 4, I got some of the worst draws I've ever gotten in my entire life. Honestly, the deck is stacked with 1 and 2 drops. Like I have double Zombie Shah, double all of the 2 drops and all that stuff, and I just got no 2 drops, no 1 drop, no 3 drops. So that was like a deck. That was just like draws that I could not recover from. But I know that he was playing aggro every single game. So granted, I hadn't studied him. I was thinking maybe he's just kind of like Jab, plays only aggro. So I thought seeing as Paladin pretty much beats all aggro decks, I thought I just play the rest of the series, whether I win or lose with Paladin.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I got one more question for you. Going into that game 5, what was your mind frame? What were you thinking? You had been up 2-0. You had just lost 2 games in a row, and it felt like all the momentum was on Green Sheep there to do another reverse sweep. I don't know if you know this, but he actually did it in our first week.
Oh, I did not know that. Yeah, I was really nervous. I was just hoping that I would not get one of those 1 in a million insanely horrible starts again. Just like, give me something. Just give me something to play on turn 1, and I should be able to take this. And I got something. I got Night Juggler into Night Juggler, so that was fine.
Yeah, and able to follow it up a lot after that as well. Looked like a beautiful strategy to keep in check exactly what Green Sheep wanted to throw at you. Congratulations on your win here tonight in HPL.
Thank you very much.
That's going to do it for his interview. Kind of picking power strategies coming into tonight, and maybe he just happens to be queuing up the right decks at the right time versus that opponent. He'd mentioned a lot in the past how much he'd prepared for his opponents, but tonight he was just kind of playing what he felt like were the most powerful strategies. And in game 4 and 5, he said his deck was stacked with 1s and 2 drops, and he just, as long as he drew those, he felt like he was very comfortable in order to win the match. And in game 5, we definitely saw that. Again, he said 2 Knife Jugglers was the start, and that was more than enough to give him the scaling power into the mid game to take over the board.
Yeah, just an absolutely great start. Just a great start from ErA there. You saw him do something on turns 1, 2, and 3 to help disrupt what Green Sheep was doing, get pressure on the board, and then start to actually win the game from there. And you saw it actually turn into a win for him there, which it seemed like he really needed. He seemed very, very nervous during that game. You could see just the huge sigh of relief and the hand through the hair after he won the match. But guys, that's not the only match we got for you today. We do have Jab and Muzzy coming up right after all this.
Yeah, that matchup I'm really looking forward to. Both of these guys on Team Hearthlytics both got a win yesterday in HPL, and now they have to face off here exactly as we had wanted it to be. But guys, you can head over to the website, pvplive.net, check out how these players have played in the past between Muzzy and Jab, see what you think they're going to end up playing tonight. So get out there on Twitter, use that hashtag HPL to let everyone know exactly who you're supporting and what you expect them to play, guys. When we come back, it's going to be our second match of the night between Jab and Muzzy. One of these guys is going to have a talk with their manager, manager, and it's not going to be quite as good as the otherwise talk with the manager. So when we come back, that game one's going to get underway. You're watching Hearthstone on PvP Live.